Cheers everyone, thanks for joining me for another beer review, and in this one we are heading off to Belgium, and it's a beer that my good lady got me for Christmas, and it's from the Haacht brewery, Haacht, and this is a bottle of their Flandrien Super 8, and it's a blonde ale, and it's coming in at 6.4% in a 330ml bottle. Lovely label, I do like that, reminds me very much of the old school sort of sportswear, Sergio Tacchini and all that sort of stuff feeler. Bottle cap, I'm not sure if that is an error on the printing or whether that's how they've done it. So like I say, it's a blonde ale. Now I don't have a glass from this brewery, but while looking to see what style of beer it was, and I don't even know why I went online to have a look because it does say blonde beer on there. So, but while I was online trying to see what sort of beer it was, I got a stock photo which I'm going to put up any second now, and the beer was in a glass shaped like this, so that is what I'm going to put it in. So let's get it cracked open and see what we get. Now it did say in the description, I'm expecting this to be lively and pour a massive head, but I could be wrong. It said in the description, now it's not something I normally read, but it just happened to be there on the internet when I read it. Flavours are hops, coriander, vanilla and oak. So, beer in a glass. Yes, it's a blonde ale. It looks a little bit sort of underwhelming, if I'm totally honest. But yeah, pretty much crystal clear. They say blonde, I'm going to say that's golden. There's plenty of bubbles going up the middle of the glass, as you can see. We've got just a dusting of white on top, really. Now I've given it a swirl, it has created a bit more of a fluffier head. So let's dive in on the nose and see what we get. There is a sweetness in there, which I'm going to go with the vanilla. Oaky. You're definitely getting the hoppy, sort of Belgium hoppy, yeasty thing going on in there. I wouldn't necessarily say I'm going to be picking up the oak in there. There is a slightly sweet kind of vanilla aroma. And yeah, you get that coriander thing going on. Smells all right. So let's dive in, give it a go. Cheers, everyone. Ooh, interesting. Very different. Let's go in again. Body of the beer is very light, certainly not watery light. There's certainly no wateriness in there, but it is very light. For a Belgian beer, I'd expect it to be a little bit more fuller. Saying that, it does make it easy to drink. Gentle bubbles in there, so it's not going to fill you up with gas. Pretty smooth, with a bit more of a fuller body. I think the beer would have been a bit smoother. Probably would have felt softer as well, but there's not too much wrong with that really. Taste is where this beer is quite complex, and really all the things that I pointed out before at the start of the video, the hops, the vanilla, the oak, the coriander, certainly comes in more when you're drinking it. You get a little bit of that 6.4%. I'm not going to say, you just know it's a bit stronger. And I think when you're used to drinking a lot of sort of IPAs these days that hide the ABV, you go back to something like this, you do feel it a little bit more. That's not to say it's too strong. You just notice there's a little bit more there. Hoppy, a little bit yeasty. Certainly don't get that stickiness in the mouth that you get with other Belgian blondes. For me, as you drink it, the first bit, you do get that oaky, woody taste to it. And it does suit the beer. It certainly gives it something different. The coriander is kind of hidden in the background. It's there. You know there's something different and something added to this beer. You don't necessarily pick it out instantly. Certainly the more you drink, it sort of takes more of a backseat, but it just adds something to the beer. And the vanilla for me is more on the back end. So you get that initial hoppy burst, typical sort of Belgian hoppy beer. The oak and the woodiness kind of comes in after for me. As that's fading, you sort of get that coriander. And then I'm going to say right on the back end for me, pardon me, and there's me saying it won't fill you up with gas. Right on the back end for me, you just get a slight sweet vanilla finish. I like it. I like it. Yes, it's quite powerful on the hops, I'm going to say, in the taste, but it's something a little bit different. And sometimes it's that beer being different that makes it more enjoyable, isn't it? Yeah, for me you definitely sort of like get that woody feel in there, oaky feel. For me, that's it. Well, I say for me, that's it for this beer review. Let's do that bit first. Haacht Brewery's Flandrien Super 8 Blonde Ale. I like it. It's something a little bit different, and I think it's well worth giving a go. If you've had this beer before, let me know what you think. Feel free to comment. Thank you all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you again soon on another beer review. Cheers.